Hey everyone, how you doing? We are live. I think we're live anyway. Let me know if the sound and the voice quality is coming through okay. I know sometimes YouTube can have a bit of a problem with buffering speed, but please do let me know that everything's coming through okay. I have had this morning was pretty casual. I went live. By the way, hey John. This morning was a little bit casual because I had time to kind of build another 2 example home pages. After that, it just snowballed. I mean, I'm telling you, it just snowballed into like meetings and then more meetings, client meetings. It's been non-stop. It's been so non-stop, and I got to a point where I was like, oh my god, I've got a live chat in a bit. But I love doing live chats. I am also a little bit annoyed. By the way, hey Kumu, Chillista, Pavel as well. I'm a little bit annoyed. One person who wants to work with us, we've arranged a meeting. They didn't show, so I sent him an email to say, right, we're not, I'm cancelling this meeting now after 3 minutes of waiting. Get an email back, and he goes, oh, my mum's in surgery. Can we do it later? I don't mean to be funny here, but if you know your mum's in surgery, right, you must have known before yesterday. I don't mean to be funny here. Either it's an emergency, and he didn't use the word emergency, so either it's an emergency or whatever, but I start to kind of go, well, yeah, okay, get back in touch with me, but I'm not going to be falling over myself to arrange another meeting with them, because I get a bit like, if I schedule a slot with you and you don't show up, you know, I start to get a bit like, don't want to go there now. Chillister, 3 videos a day. How are we supposed to work? 3 videos a day? Oh, what's that? Chillister, 3 videos a day. How are we supposed to... Oh, you mean the live chat earlier. Hey, I can't, you know... I'm just productive. Hey, Tower Kangas. D, Facebook suspended my account. Why did they do that? Why did they do that, D? That's very dodgy. And by the way, though... was it actually Facebook? Make sure you didn't get an email and you went and clicked a link and gave them your username and password. Was it actually officially through facebook.com? You know, so watch out for that, because there's always the odd little scammer out there and stuff like that. It's Tuesday evening now. It's, you know, it's coming close to 4 o'clock in the UK, getting dark, but I've got tons of stuff to do. Tomorrow is the Elemental Show Off 2022 Awards. I'm one of the judges on it. I've had to just go through the final 5 that are up for the big prize in Thailand. I'm not going to tell you who they are, but I had to kind of put forward my view on that. Finalise my presentation for tomorrow. It's only 5 minutes long. Nothing scientific, but I hope you like it. And, well... someone sent me 10 questions on Twitter as well, so I had to do 10 quick video answers for that. And I'm just trying to close down... That's what I'm going to show you. I need to close down quite a few tasks before we get to Christmas. I don't want to get to Christmas and have anything carrying on over. Because usually after Christmas, business suddenly does this. So I want to close down quite a few things. Really sorry to hear that, though, still, D. Blake, by the way, I followed your 2022 page speed and my page... Hey, nice one. I want to give a word of warning, though. Sometimes, if you follow my page speed score, it can make your score worse. Here's the reason why it can go worse. If your website has been built with no thought or process, it can actually get worse, and you're going to have to rebuild lots of it. However, if you're very careful, and I'm really glad to see, Blake, has helped you out. What can you tell us, Blake, what were the key aspects that really helped you the most? Was it the preloading of the fonts? Was it the e-icons? Was it the WebP images? Was it the, I don't know, above the fold? You know, your items above the fold. But if you think about, if you're methodical in your way of working, and you do what I do, which is check the page speed with a blank page, then add a heading, then add your header, then your hero banner, and you keep checking. Hopefully you will get there. Hey Emmanuel, hey look Emmanuel, I told you there'd be videos, and there's another one out tomorrow, mate. Okay, I told you, you asked, and I am putting it out there. That's unfortunate, Dean. I really hope you get your account back, because these days our Facebook account is as important as the keys to our car, our home, and our mobile phone. 10 years ago, right, Facebook was just like, nah, Facebook is Facebook for your friends and family. What are you eating? What are you wearing? But the more businesses and groups that we have on Facebook, especially for WordPress, you know, Elemental, Bricks, WP Tuts, Web Squadron, all of these groups, WooCommerce, RankMath, losing access to your Facebook account is a real bummer, isn't it? Hey Pete Cosgrove, hey Raptor X. So Blake's big giveaways or takeaways from the PageSpeed 2022 video were preloading the fonts, WebP, WP Fastest Cache above the fold, asset cleanup, and making my first section height the size of the device. There you go, Blake. That's the big one. That's the big one. Because sometimes people go, well, is it 500 pixels? Is it 700 pixels? Is it 1 pixel? But the minute you go for like 100 VH, you're almost protecting yourself from the fold issue. And it just works, right? And hopefully you're going to take the learning from this. And next time you build another website for yourself or someone else, you're now going to have like this checklist and go, right, I'm going to do ding, 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 ding before you build anything. Then you add on one heading. You just drop a heading onto a blank page with no header footer, and the score should be 100% on the mobile and the desktop. And then as you build, bit by bit by bit, you can keep watching that score and see how things go. Pete, you mentioned you use SiteGround. Did you find WP? Yeah, I did, Pete. Honestly, Pete, I can tell you now, time and time again, okay, every time I build a website on the SiteGround server for me or a client or whatever they're on, I remove the SG Optimizer, because time and time again, I've tried it and I find that SG Optimizer never ever gets it right up there. In fact, let me tell you, go and build a blank page, Pete, right? A blank page with just a heading and test it on SG Optimizer. Then do it with Auto Optimize and WP Fastest Cache or Lightspeed Cache and look at the difference in scores. And you'll be like, but it's a blank page. There's no image, just a heading. SG Optimizer does not get 100%. Never does. I don't get it. I struggle. But here's the reason why. SG Optimizer has not been built for page builders. SG Optimizer has been built assuming you will only ever build your website with the WordPress Classic editor. That's SG Optimizer for you. Other solutions are aware of page builders. Does that make sense? SG Optimizer, if you don't use a page builder and you're using like the 2020 theme, you know, you're not even using Hello or anything, you can get away with it. The minute you have a page builder, SG Optimizer goes like that. Hey Chris, by the way, great to have you here. Feeling really cold. I hope you got your t-shirt on, my mate. Yeah, D, well, I hope you get to the bottom of what that was, and I hope you get your account sorted, because, you know, like, Facebook is very integral if you're a business or a freelancer to your daily life. Plorat, what's your go-to theme when you start building the site upon getting the design done? Hello, Plorat. I don't mean hello, Plorat. I mean hello. If it's bricks, it's the bricks theme. If it is a standard website or a WooCommerce website or an appointment website, it's always hello. If, however, it is a directory website, then I like to use the My Listing theme. By the way, hey Mia, how are you? It must be what? Afternoon time for you now, if you're watching me now. Hey Niall. Apart from honeypots, what do you usually use to stop spam? Look, reCAPTCHA, clean talk you got to pay for. Honeypot for me does seem to work relatively well. So the minute I started doing honeypot times four of them, I went from like 10 spam emails a day to 1 or 2 a week. 1 or 2 a week. So imagine you go from about 10 a day to 1 or 2 a week. Sometimes I get 0 a week. I don't even use reCAPTCHA. I'm not even using Clean Talk or anything like that, or even Maspic Pro. I'm not using any of them. Seriously, I'm not. I'm not even using them. But my spam is like sometimes 0 a week because I've got 4 honeypot. And the key thing is, you got to give your honeypots real names: city, country, nationality. What's the other one I sometimes go for? Favorite color. Sometimes. Real names. And the minute any one of them is filled in, that form's out of action, right? And it stops it going anywhere. And it works for me. That doesn't necessarily mean it would work for everyone. And if you find it doesn't, then Maspic Pro, Clean Talk, loads of other stuff out there. You know. Yeah. And also it means it's one less plugin as well. Again. Because you're just using something that's built inside of the Elementor honey. But hey, Jimmy, how are you, my friend? What's happening with the move and your furniture in Belgium? What's happening over there now? I haven't touched base with you in the cave recently. Ah, you're playing on the PS4. Okay, cool. Does that mean everything is now over in your new location? And please don't forget to hit like. So after this morning's impromptu live where I was working on 2 example pages, it's been, I kid you not, meetings and meetings and meetings and da-da-da-da-da. It has been a bit relentless and I am feeling exhausted. And after this, I've got to edit 10 mini videos. They're only 30 seconds long for a Twitter question thing where I've been asked 10 questions. I want to get it done out today. I really want to get it done. And the reason I want to get it done is because tomorrow we've got the WordPress 2022 awards where I'm part judge, part presenting a presentation as well. It's quite a long load of sessions. And then after that, before we know it, we're now heading straight into Christmas, aren't we? So yeah, my son's not too well, so I've got to... at the minute, we're having a lot of arguments because he's not eating his food, and it's like back and forth with put the iPad down, stop playing games, go and eat your dinner, and there's a lot of arguments happening at the moment. Don't forget to hit like if you've not hit like already. Pete, potential client who has a page built using Blocksy. Okay, so Pete, this is what I would do, yeah? I would make a backup of their current website. The Blocksy website, you make a backup of it. Boom. Right? The new website, can you do it on a staging site? Can you do it on a staging site? And then on the staging site, you get rid of Blocksy, you add Elementor, and then you just rebuild. You rebuild, if you can do that. Yes, Emmanuel, it will be streamed. In fact, I'll pop the link back into our Web Squadron group tomorrow, okay? I'll pop the link back into our Web Squadron group so that people can join in and watch that. So, you create a staging site, okay? And you can do that via your hosting provider or even via WordPress. You can use WP Vivid, or you could use, WP Staging as well. I think WP Staging. So you could do that. Yeah? Yeah, absolutely, Pete. Yeah. So, SiteGround, you'll have the staging site. You do that. Therefore, they've still got the existing site if things go pear-shaped, or you need to refer back to what did they have, right? And when I say rebuild from scratch, there will be elements of what you've done in Blocksy you're going to have to redo in Elementor from scratch, but a lot of the posts will be there. A lot of the pages maybe as well. One of the things, though, is you're going to want to remove Blocksy completely And you don't want to have bits of Bloxy floating around in the back-end database anywhere, because it might cause a problem later on. Kumu, I'm going to ask you a new question every day. Here's today's one. Elemental, what is your favourite WP theme other than Bricks? Hello. Hello. There you go, Kumu. There's the answer. Hello. There's your answer. Ah, nice one, Jimmy. Feels different, doesn't it, when you're able to move away from just using your laptop and you're like, oh, finally, back on the big screen. The trouble is, though, you're only using your big screen for the PS4. I mean, hello is my ideal theme, Kumu, okay? If, however, I am building a directory website, then I do like using the My Listing theme. But yeah, if I'm using Elementor, then hello. There are some people, though, that give hello a lot of stick. And they always go, oh, but what's wrong with Astra? What's wrong with Ocean WP? 9 times out of 10, whenever there's an Elementor update and your website goes funny, 9 times out of 10, when I ask a question, the answer is, yeah, I'm using Ocean WP. That says a lot, because Ocean WP are a bit slow on updating things, right? Hello, I've never had never. I kid you not, never had an issue. Yeah, I'm sure you do, Jimmy, you know. I bet you have your PS4 connected to everything, like even the microwave. Why hello? Well, okay, quite simply, here's why. Hello is pretty basic. Number 1. Number 2, it's built by the Elemental team. Number 3, what are the benefits to other themes? So here's what I'm saying, yeah, okay. If you have Elemental Pro, why would you need another theme? That's the thing I'm trying to get out here. If you don't have Elemental Pro, then you might want Cadence or Astra or Nev or whatever's you want to get out there, you know? Bloxy, whatever you want to use. If, however, you've got Elemental Pro, why would you not want to use hello? Why would you want to be tied down? Because if you use Nev or Ocean WP, they have pre-built headers. So what's the point of getting Elemental Pro if you're not going to utilize the header template? You're going to use what they give you. What if it breaks? What if it's not compatible? What if there's an issue? What if your client goes, oh, that's really good, but I now want to have my social sharing icon. I want it to be 5 pixels that way. I want my social sharing icons in my header to be 5 pixels that way. Right? That way. You're going to struggle with some of these other themes, but with Elemental Pro, you can do exactly that. You can do exactly that. Now, I want to quickly touch on what Mia was saying. Yeah, I hope you're going to I hope you're getting better, and I would like to think that because you're on the live chat, Mia, you are getting better. It's not nice. You know, you start to have all sorts of thoughts and worries and concerns, but I hope you're on the mend, my friend. Raptor X, you know, the trouble is, though, Ocean WP does have problems. I kid you not, okay? Go to the Elemental Global Facebook group, do a search on Ocean WP, and look at how many times people that have had a problem will then go, yeah, I was using Ocean WP. And it doesn't, there are problems with it. But what I would say, though, is that if you are going to be using Elemental Pro, I don't think you need other themes like that. Right? Pete, I can only think of 2 reasons a client would want to use another theme. Yeah, absolutely, Pete. And this is why the My Listing theme is really good, because it does a lot of pre-directory stuff for you. But you can still use Elemental to completely build out your pages. So the My Listing theme is more about the back end rather than the front end. That's why I put it in a different camp than other themes out there. Oh, so Mia had COVID. But hopefully she's on the mend, and hopefully she'll pop a comment in here to let us know that she's kind of doing better now. I mean, I do say to clients that like a theme is, I always say to them, let's look at that theme and what about if we recreated it? Because there is always a danger that what if that theme goes out of fashion? What if it's not updated? What if there's a limitation? So you get the theme, right? And you can't jig it around or do something crafty with it unless you do a child theme, right? So do you remember about 2 or 3 weeks ago, there was someone, she went and bought a jelly bean. It was called Jelly Beans. It was a theme. And she wanted to use it with Elementor. And I said to her, you can use Elementor on your website, but all of the pages controlled by the Jelly Bean, your customization is in the theme customizer. You can change the wording, but you can't resize the image unless you go into child themes and edit the theme. And I don't want to go there with that. I don't like doing child themes. I say this all the time just because I just don't want to do it. Truth be told, I don't want to do it. Emmanuel, client built with WP Bakery. Yeah, you should do, Emmanuel. Do it. Tell them. Tell them, look, if they want to work with you, this is what you use, right? Yeah, Raptor, I think bricks is a great way to work forwards. Blake, have you ever looked into CrocoBlocks? CrocoBlock is really, really powerful. Loads of features, loads of plugins, loads of good stuff about it. My only thoughts towards it are it takes a bit of time to learn. There's a learning curve. And I was planning to do videos on it last year, but I just don't have the time to study it full and proper and then create a series of videos. And WP Tuts has a good range of videos already on it, so I just felt it was too much time to invest into CrocoBlock. How do you create a sitemap in bricks? Oh, okay. Right, your sitemap is important for your indexing with Google, right? I have not yet looked into the SEO of bricks. I haven't done that yet. That is on my to-do list about how good is it, but also the site mapping. Now, you can use rank math, it's just not integrated on the front end. You could use rank math to generate your site map behind the scenes in WordPress and then submit that. That's probably the easiest and quickest way to do it. Oh, great, Mian. Great. Good to read that you are feeling hopeful. And I hope you do get better. We seriously mean that. We're not just saying that, okay? We really do sincerely mean that. Yeah, I mean, I remember we had a client in about a year and a half ago. They had a website built in WP Bakery. They also were using Elementor and WP Bakery on the same website. Tell me about it. They wanted to improve some of their WP Bakery pages. I offered, and I wasted so much time just trying to get it to look good. And I said to them, I don't understand. Why don't you just rebuild those 4 pages in Elementor? Oh, it will take too long. I was like, well, you're creating long-term problems for yourself. You've already done half the website in Elementor. There were 4 other pages, the home page and all of that, which were done in WP Bakery. Why don't you just rebuild it? I don't like it when I see a website and I go, well, half of it is this and half of it is that. It's like, just do it all, right? Just do it all. You know, it's not like you're using, like, we're going to build a wall. Half the wall will be in Duplex or Duplo, and the other half will be Lego. And we just hope we can get it to connect. It just doesn't work. Fabric texture. What are the ways to put inquiry form on single product page using Elementor Pro? You would probably need to use a plugin. I mean, you could... Well... okay, you could put a form on, but then you got to make sure the subject of that form relates to the product. So you got to use a dynamic link somewhere. I've not done it. I'd have to have a think about it and test it. But there are plugins out there that you can use to do an inquiry form or inquiry price. I can't remember the names, but if you just go to WordPress plugins, do a search for WooCommerce inquiry form, you will find a plugin like a button or something you can stick on the single product page, which will allow you to do that. I can't remember. There are plugins that do that. WP Bakery is a night. Yeah, it is. I mean, you know, if a client comes to me and they've built their web, like I've had many people who've built their website on Wix and they want to improve it, and I'm like, I'm not working with you unless, like, they come to me, they go, oh yeah, we've seen your videos, we know about you, we've heard about you, we want to work with you, we've even got a referral maybe, but my website's Wix, can you work with me on it? It's like, hold on, you know I work in WordPress, you know I work with Elementor bricks, I don't work with Wix. Yeah, but what if you did? And it's almost like you know, they even say, look, yeah, but we're ready to start now. We're ready to, you know, pay and get on with it and get it done. I'm like, no, not. You got to draw a line. You got to draw a line with what you will and won't work with. I've had clients come to me with Cadence, and I'm like, no, I don't want to waste my time looking into issues and building or be restricted by the theme. The minute that theme stops me working on the header or the footer or any part of that website, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Because you know what then happens? You spend hours and hours and nights trying to solve something that shouldn't be your problem. You'll be contacting the theme developers. You'll be going to the support forum. You'll find a dedicated Facebook group. You'll be going back and forth and back and forth for something so minor. And you're like, why are we wasting time on this? If we'd done it in Elementor or using Hello, we wouldn't have these issues. Or even Bricks, we wouldn't have these issues. Raptor says, I'm trying to present some text and using a slider. Will the text still rank? Good question. Good question that is actually. I don't have a good answer for you on that. Chris Myers, could you talk about using fonts that aren't native? Yeah, okay, so look, when you have a Google font, even though it's available in Elementor, you're fetching. It might be split second, it might be half a second, you know, milliseconds, but it's fetching. And when there's a fetch, you are relying on the servers, wherever your website is, to do that quick. What can also happen is your website font might suddenly do this. There's a bit of a swap effect going on. That will cause cumulative layout shift, CLS. It also can impact on the time to the first byte. It can also make your page wobble a little bit. Whereas if you custom load the font, it doesn't have to fetch it. It's there, right? It's there. So even with YouTube videos, you put a YouTube URL in, it's got to fetch it. Momentarily, milliseconds, right? If your video is small enough, custom loading it can help you out and stop the whole fetching effect going on there. Did that help, Chris, with your question there? Now, what Emmanuel says there is kind of where I was thinking. My only trouble is I've never gone in and checked it. I've never gone in and checked it. And my thinking is that, well, why wouldn't it be? But then again, you know, because it's wrapped inside another element. But then again, so is everything else, right? Columns, containers, boxes, divs, they're all kind of wrapping something inside of one another anyway. Absolutely what Michael D says, do that. You got to back up, which is why I say back up the existing website before you do the staging website, before you do a WP staging plugin, before you do any of that. Kumu, most of my clients are always late with providing website content. Well, we don't start the website. Basically, Kumu, we do not start the website. We're not taking... Oh, did you want music in the... Oh, sorry, is there music in the background? Let me just take that off. Sorry, Pavel. I forgot there was music on. I forgot. Sorry, I've taken the music off. Chris, have you seen my Page Speed 2022 video? Are you talking about Elementor or bricks here? What are you talking about? Elementor or bricks? Or anything else WordPressy? So Kumir, back to you, right? I will not. There might be discovery calls that they pay for, but I will not accept a deposit to start the work until they've got their content ready, or I am paid to provide or create the content for them. I say to my clients that the let me get this right. Don't forget to hit like. I say to my clients that this project is going to take 7 days, start to finish. 7 days, 5 days, 3 days, whatever. Okay? We built a directory website for someone in 2 days. In 2 days, a directory website from start to finish. Brand new WordPress installation, 2 days. Do you know why it took 2 days? Do you know why it took 2 days? Because we had all the images and words. We had it. It was for a food website. We had all the words. All the images, everything. Boom, we can smash it out. Done. Because we make clear to our client, our charge is for the time to build and do it. It includes revision time, tweaks, but it's to start to finish. If the project now takes longer and it was an unreasonable extension because you're not providing info or whatever, then your 50% deposit is paid. You're not getting that back. That's done. You're not getting that back, right? That's non-refundable. But then there will be extra charges, and we might say, right, we now need this to be paid, and this to be paid, and this to be paid. Because we're not gonna, we've been there where we took on a job and the client took 4 months to drip feed us the info, waiting. That website should have taken 5 days to build, right? It took forever. No. They gotta provide the info, and if they don't provide the info, don't do it. Okay, so back to Chris, right, with regards to yeah, so Pete, one of the things you might want to do though, like if your image is still like loading in slow, is maybe using some HTML instead. It depends on the image. Right, back to Chris. Right, Chris, when you're in WordPress, right? WordPress, left-hand side, it says Elementor. You click Elementor. You then have custom fonts. You then say you're going to do Railway. It says add custom font. You type Railway. Then you go and add in your fonts. It might be thin, ultralight, whatever it is, light, regular, medium, bold, black, whatever is the words they have there. You load them in. You update it, you hit the word update, and then in Hey Lucas, then you go to your site settings, you go to global fonts, and you go and stick your fonts in. And I did a video on this 4 weeks ago. Go to our YouTube channel and go and do a search for the global typography or global fonts video, which talks specifically about all of this. Lucas, LMS recommendation. Honestly, I don't have one. This is going to blow everyone's mind. There's so many out there. I don't have one because I would say just build your own paid membership pro, because a lot of them, they are quite expensive in my opinion, or there's a monthly premium, and often you are restricted a little bit in what you can do. So like Tutor LMS is meant to work with Elementor, but you can't modify every page. Some of the pages are hard-coded with Tutor LMS. There's so many different ones out there. You've got to get them and play with them. But my recommendation for an LMS would be, it's up to you. You find the one that works for you, that ticks your boxes. Emmanuel, you don't have to worry. Oh yeah, great answer by the way, Emmanuel. Oh, Niall. What was this, Niall? Sorry, you said it. It's not clickbait, just an image of the menu. Oh, did you... By the way, if anyone tries to post an image or a URL in here, it won't work. Were you trying to post something, Niall, there? I found that when I added my custom fonts and disabled, it switched over to the same style custom... I found that when I added my custom disabled, sometimes Blake it doesn't do that, so you got to like. Then again, though, if you follow the steps in the Page Speed 2022 video, that's probably why you're doing okay here. That's probably why you're doing okay. Yeah, if anyone's trying to send any images or anything, you got to email me over here. You got to email me. YouTube doesn't allow it. But I'm really glad it worked for you, by the way. I'm really glad it worked for you. So don't forget to do that. Durongtai Guillotine, if I got that right. Vietnam, thank you so much. Learned from your channel. Yeah, look. I'm so happy to know that what we're doing is working for you. And when I say we, I mean I. Okay, I'm doing the videos. I'm creating a lot of the content and all that. It's a nice warm feeling. And I don't know everything. Okay, I make mistakes. Anyone who watches me build a website, you'll see me go, oh, what about this? What about that? I make mistakes. I have to think things through. I get things wrong. But anything I learn that I think is valuable to any of you, I will get a video out there, because I know what it's like when you're struggling for the right answer, or you don't just want to be told, do this, do this, do this. You actually want to be told, you got to do this because this is the advantage. And you don't want to do that because here's the disadvantage. Durong, to optimize on-page SEO, if we have the sections to subscribe, what's the HTML tag for this? If we have a section such as subscribe mail that does not involve with the content, you could just call it a P. Just call it a P, paragraph or something like that. Hey, Chris, you take care, mate, okay? By the way, I am looking a little bit hairy. I do need to trim this all off in time for tomorrow's Elemental 2022 presentation. Really, Emmanuel, I mean, here's where... This is a tricky one, because this happened to me once as well. And all I could put it down to was that no matter how much you cache, it just kept jumping back to the old default fonts. And this is why I do say to everyone, get your fonts in at the start. Don't leave it till halfway, because you might do all the things like, you know, you're custom loading it now, you removed Google Fonts, you've purged your cache, you might even have put a code snippet in, we got a video on that, but it is still saying web font not loaded. And you go, what's this? What's going on? Historical things, ghosts lurking in the system and all of that. Sometimes they take a while to disappear, Emmanuel. I got no good answer for that, really. Right, Niall has sent something in to me, and I'm just going to double check this. So, Niall, do you want to tell me more about the basis of this in terms of... So step one, yeah, okay, so, okay, I'm not going to put it on screen, Niall, but what you got to think about is pop-ups activating other pop-ups in a way. Or you have an off-canvas pop-up with an accordion, which is what you've got, but then each time you hit a button, it then opens another pop-up in a way. Either it overlaps or it closes the other one. So you might have to have, because you know your buttons... Each one of them can activate another pop-up. So you could have a pop-up off-canvas menu, right? So your pop-up off-canvas menu slides in. I'm going to get rid of this, by the way. Okay, off-canvas menu slides in. You got text, whatevers. You could have an accordion. You click it, the accordion opens up. You could have a button over here. That button could open another pop-up. And then there's another button which opens another pop-up, right? The only problem is, though, if you then hit close on that pop-up and you want the pop-up behind to still be present, then you're going to have to make sure that you say in the settings for the pop-up, allow multiple pop-ups, basically. There are plugins and stuff out there that do it in a much better way with JavaScript and all of that. However, have a think about the necessity and the need for it. Look, a lot of people say this about pop-ups, but you could, if you want, take your nav menu and put it in the footer. You'll have your pop-up off canvas menu, but in your footer, you could put your nav menu. So you're okay. Hey Pixar, how are you? Been really busy today, mate. Really busy. And I'm going to be even busier at the end of this. I still got more stuff to do. You know, you got more stuff to do. Jeffrey, yeah, the ghosts. You know, the font ghosts. They're always there, right? WP Optimize, WP Sweep. Sometimes, you know, you take over a website and it is so, like, sometimes Auto-Optimize leaves a ghost in the system as well. And no matter how much you purge the server and the site and you regenerate and you optimize and blah, 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 there's a ghost still in the system lurking, affecting the page speed score. So like Chillista says, pop-up menu is bad for SEO, but you can put a copy of it, your nav menu, you know, your pages or your sitemap or whatever, into your footer. You know, so you go boop, boop, down there. You pop it in there. Broken car. Oh, man. Engine control app. I know nothing about mechanics of a car, but when there's a problem, I'm like, oh, what's going on here? This is not good. You know, this is not good. Ghosting my website and my... Do you know what? Can I tell you all something? Right now, okay, Raheem, my son, there's an app. And he's got an app on his iPad which allows you to detect ghosts. So right now, he's like this, Dad, there's a ghost in our lounge. Dad, there's a ghost in our bedroom. Dad, there's a ghost over here. And I'm like, it's fake. No, Dad, it's real. Look. And then he types a message, who are you? And then the app, you know, when he focuses on bits of the room, the app then goes, I am here watching you. And I'm like, flipping heck. This boy is so gullible. He believes what it says, and I'm like, it's fake. He's like, Dad, I'm not going there. I'm like, flipping heck, mate. Just, Dad, I'm not sitting there. I'm not sitting on the sofa. I'm like, oh my God, it's a fake app. Emmanuel, I'm currently having an issue updating a client's website. Whoa, ooh, okay, Emmanuel, here's what you got to do, okay? Here's what you got to do. Take a backup. Number 1. Number 2, is it Elementor you can't update? Where's the issue with the update? Is it plugins, themes, or Elementor? You know, is it Elementor? No, Michael, you don't do that. Don't tape it over. Oh, man. Yeah, but Raheem takes it seriously. He takes it proper seriously. I mean, I still have to, like... He won't go upstairs on his own in our house. Can you believe this? He will not go upstairs on his own. He won't. And if he finds out that you've gone upstairs and he's on his own downstairs, it frightens him. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. You know. He gets really, really frightened. He's just so bloody gullible. Emmanuel, but when you say you can't update the whole website, okay, which bits can't you update? Which bits can't you update? Because I think this is important because someone else will have this problem as well. Which bits can't you update? Are we talking about WordPress, the plugin, the theme? Which bits can't you update? Don't forget to hit like if you've not hit like already. And... yesterday and today we put out some example one-page, homepage, landing pages. We've got another one tomorrow. We've got another one Thursday. And we got another one Friday. And someone has said to me, why don't you do some more for bricks? I will be doing some for bricks as well. Why not? It's great fun, isn't it? You know when you got an hour or two to kill and you just create them? It reinforces what I've said to all of you. If you don't have a portfolio... and you've got a day where you've got no clients or no work building up or no meetings, just go and build. Just go and build, right? Your portfolio pages. Back to Emmanuel, the WordPress version. Which host are they with? Which host are they with? Durong, how many plugins when you're building a website? Oh man, if it's a basic website, there should not be more than 7 or 8 plugins. If it's a WooCommerce, there should not really be more than 11. Maybe 11, 12, depending on what other features you're doing. If it's an appointment website, again, maybe 10 or 11-ish. When I see websites with 4... There was a website we helped out that had 61 plugins. 61 plugins, right? Just realised my hair looks a bit weird then. 61 plugins. What the hell's that all about? What's that all about, right? What's that all about? I need to get a haircut. I think I need to get a haircut. Getting a bit bushy around the sides. Just checking the sorry, I'm just checking the comments here. Name cheap. Oh, I don't. Have you reached out to the host provider? Maybe just in case. Have you reached out to your home provider? Pete, do you have a methodology for font sizes? I used to, Pete, and then I ditched it. Okay. My H2 used to be 75% of my H1. My H3 and 4 were like about 50% of my H1. And then after that, I don't really care about 5 or 6s because, and then your text might have been like 1/3 of your H1. However, it is very, very subjective. Because your H1 might be REM6, massive. It might be REM3. Either way, you want to kind of make sure your text, in my opinion, isn't... The smallest I would ever make my text is 14 pixel. If it really had to be small, 14 pixel. The sweet spot is 16 pixel. The maximum I would ever make the text is 18 pixel, because now you're heading into header territory. But for me, it's like 18, if you say 18 to 14 are the ultimate parameters, 16's kind of a sweet spot for me. But I would say when it comes to your header, your H1, H2, H3, it is subjective to the website, the messaging, the impact. Luxury websites, you want to keep them, they're not too dissimilar to the text size. Impact websites, science fiction, sports, very big H1s, yeah? Model websites, really big, boom, we are here. So you got to put it in context over the subject matter of the website. Yeah, I mean, what Pixar says there, that's kind of my fault. I mean, CrocoBlocks is... There's a learning curve. There's a lot involved in it. And... It's good, but I've never had to use it on any of our client websites yet, so I can get away with it at the moment. If I can get away with it, I wouldn't go with it. Yeah, absolutely, Michael. Anything under 14. 14 is the ultimate smallest I will ever make a font if the client really wants it. I will not go below that. I will say, no, I ain't doing it. But yeah, Michael, they had 61. And it was crazy. And then they're like this. My website score was only 6%. And you sit there going, no kidding, Sherlock, right? Your website score is 6%. JavaScript all over the place, right? But if you want to learn CrocoBlock, WP Tuts, Paul, has really good intros and walkthroughs on all of that. What are the benefits of CrocoBlock? Directories, Jet Smart Filter for WooCommerce, Jet Engine. There's loads of stuff. However, what you really got to do is go to the CrocoBlock website, look at what they do, and then make your own mind up. Really, you got to make your own mind up. I'm just looking at some emails that have come through over here. I've just got to double check something. Sorry, I've just got to quickly delete something that's coming through. I'm being asked to do something. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Right, okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I mean, and that's sort of a good point by Pixar. Sometimes a font is so tall that going below 14, you can get away with it. Sometimes even narrowness or even the fatness of it. But it is very, very subjective. You know, very, very subjective. And I hope that if you see some of the example websites pages I've built in the last 2 days and the ones that are coming out tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, you'll see how the hero banner, the font sizes go up and down because the impact I'm getting across defines, well, does it need to be big? Does it even have to have any words? The hero banner you're going to see on Friday does not even have any words on it. It's just a picture of a lady's face. The one that's coming out on Friday. Because I don't think it needed it. I felt like if, you know, sometimes you don't have to have a hero banner with words. The wording can come below when you start reinforcing. Maybe there's a big boom image, like an architect website. If you've done something so amazingly dazzling, like in the way you do your architecture, your buildings, or you're someone that's quite well known, you won't always have to have big wording. You can get away with it. And I really hope, Emmanuel, you are liking, I know you are, what we did yesterday and what we did today, and it gets your juices flowing now. And you sort of go, you know what? I've always done ... I don't have to do that. My hero banner does not need to stretch full width. I can do it boxed with white spacing down the side. I can do all of that. I can, I can just mix it up. I can mix it up. I don't have to have a call to action button on the hero banner as long as it comes as soon as possible straight after that. I can get away with it. Right? But a lot of it comes down to what is the point of the website and what is the end user? What are they going to do when they get there? Do you want them to go to another page? Do you want them to contact you? Do you want them to purchase something? Or do you just want them to enjoy the experience and then you lead them in like a funnel? Here we go, and now you want this. Come and get it. Very true, Pixar, as well. You are right about font sizes. I mean, it's like when I used to do spreadsheets for analytics, most of the time my fonts on my bodies were font 8. And people would say, oh, that's quite small. I went, get over it, all right? There's a lot of detail in there. Just look at it and read it. Or zoom in on Excel if it's a problem. How can I get, Jerry, how can I get clients from USA, UK, Australia? Well, I'll tell you what, you need to go to our website. You need to go to our website. You need to go to our mastery module, Jerry. And you need to look at the module called How to Get Clients. Hey, Zanti, I'm loving your new videos you're doing, all right? You're much more productive and, you know, really good. Especially that blog one you did. You know, if anyone hasn't gone to Zanti, go and search for her on YouTube. And she's pumping out good stuff. Good stuff. Jerry, go to our website, websquadron.co.uk. Go to our mastery modules, How to Get Clients. Okay, there's a module on there that's going to help you out. Okay, because how to get clients, if you really, really, really want to do it, there is no magic formula. There is what's required. There is something called effort. And there is something called preparation. And there is something else called get off your ass. I can't do the symbol for it. Get off your ass, right? What you got to do is think about your social media marketing, think about your portfolio, think about your reputation, your testimonials, think about forums, connecting, networking. Think about what can you do for them? Not, hey, I can build websites. What can you do for them? But if you're serious about it, okay, I strongly recommend you go to the websquadron.co.uk website. You go to, Uranus is coming, John. Yeah, get off your ass. You kind of saw where I nearly said it and then I stopped myself. Go and get our How to Get Clients Mastery module, because that is going to help you out loads and loads and loads. Okay, seriously. Hey, nice one, Zanti. That's what you got to do. Zanti, you're now in my zone. You know, Zanti, you're in my head and I'm in your head, which sounds really, really dodgy right now if we're in each other's heads. But if you start scheduling out like that, and you know you're going to do it, and you do it, and then you get the videos out there, or you get ahead of the game. Maybe this weekend, record all 4 videos, right? You know, which I think it sounds like you already have done. And it's out there. You can take a break. You can do other stuff. You can fill in the days of the week with other smaller videos, right? So if you've scheduled a video to go out every Friday, and today you're like, oh, you know what? I want to do a video on X. You do it and you release it. And you fill in the gaps between the days. David, I recently used a design that was described by another web developer. It looks different, but I want to rebuild it with bricks. Okay. What you got to do then is study that design and just kind of think about, well, how do I do that in bricks? Can I do it in bricks? Do I have to compromise? And then methodically work it through. Methodically, just work it through. Take your time and you will do it. Right? You will do it. I mean, Zanti, I've actually got videos at the moment scheduled for every 2 days. Every 2 days until the first week of February at the moment. They're already in. And then sometimes I'll do one like I'm doing right now with these one-pager tutorials or walkthroughs. I might just stick them in on the days where I have a gap. Jerry, could you please send a sample website development email? I'll tell you what, Jerry, I'll do something even better. I'll do something for you even better. Go to websquadron.co.uk and have a look at the How to Get Clients Mastery module. Because there comes a point where I could give away everything for free. But if you're serious about your business, you have to invest in yourself and your business to get the best out of it, to make it work. Right? That's what you got to do. By the way, though, Zanti, you guys are going to laugh at this. Some of the videos coming out in January, I recorded 6 months ago. I just kept delaying when they were going to go out. Oh, I'll delay it. Oh, I'll delay it. Oh, I'll delay it. Some of the videos were recorded 6 months ago. So my hair, the way I look a little bit, the layout of the room, you're going to watch it and go, what the hell? Has he gone back to his old studio? No, they were just recorded 6 months ago. Right? That's just the way it is. But yeah, look, Jerry, if you're serious, okay, and you got to be, like, my question to you then, Jerry, yeah? My question to you would be, how many websites have you built? Are you using Elementor Pro or Bricks or Breakdance? How many successful clients have you had? How many clients have you had, not agency, how many clients have you built for and they liked what you did? And they liked what you did. Yes, Emmanuel, I'm not joking. I recorded it 6 months ago. But Jerry, what's your favorite page builder? How many websites have you built and how many clients liked what you did? Tell me that. Because it's really easy for anyone to say, hey, how do I get clients? But it's like, but what is there about you that's going to help you get clients? Yeah, I mean, luckily though, those videos I've delayed are what I call evergreen videos. They're videos I can release whenever. Like one of them is about pricing of websites or something like that. It's something to do with responsive layout or something. That I could put out whenever, right? But when I know there's a new plugin or a new version of a plugin or a theme, or there's a new, I don't know, a problem, or I notice people want the answer to something, get your video done and get it out there. How many times have me and Paul put out the same similar video topic within like a couple of hours or even half an hour? Because he's doing one, I'm doing one, and they go out at the same time. It's not because we've rehearsed it. It's because we spotted something and our brains are on the same wavelength. Yep, got to tell people about that. Elemental have done a new update. Bricks have done a new update. We want to get it out there. Not because we want to be the first one to do it, but because we want to give you our spin and our take on it. Videos of WP Bakery. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening at all. Not happening at all. Please don't forget to hit like if you've not hit like already. And please do check out our Web Squadron Mastery modules on the websquadron.co.uk. But if you prefer audio sound, it's websquadron.co.uk. Right? And you guys see our mastery modules over there. You will not learn about space, constellation, Uranus, or anything like that. But if you want, we'll get that module. Do you know what? Maybe I should do a video all about the planet Uranus and put it out there. I might lose subscribers. Do you think I should one day do a really detailed video about the planet Uranus? Would anyone care? You're not going to watch it, are you? No one's going to care about that. Let's not do that. Chillista, my website is loading Open Sans via Google, but I cannot find where. Okay, Chillista, here's my tip, right? Haha, don't worry, Michael, we know you are. Here's my tip, Chillista, right? Here's my tip. In fact, I'll show you over here, right? I'll show you, okay? Let me open up a page in... right, let me go over here, okay? Let me go over here. Right, let me show you, right? Right. So, I'm on the wrong page. Hold on. Hold on, I'm on the wrong page. I just got to change my properties. Just wait a minute. No, that's wrong. There we go, that's all right now. So if we go here, right? Okay, let me show you what you do. Hey, don't worry, Jimmy. You're killing dudes. That sounds like you're shooting sperm. What are you doing there, mate? I'm killing some dudes. Because that sounds like you're killing your sperm. Anyway, look. This is for Chillista. Open your website in Google, right? Open your website in Google. Then right-click. Okay, and can you see here it says View Page Source. Don't go to Inspect. Go to View Page Source, right? You go to View Page Source. Can you see all of this now is opened up? The page source. So if I now click over here and I do Control Find, I'm going to say Find Me Roboto. Look at that. And then I'm going to look at this line with Roboto and I'm going to find where is Roboto loading up. Where is that? Where is that on my website? Okay, maybe I'm looking for Lato. Where is that Lato? Well, there's a lot of Latos in our website, but where is it? I don't know why it's done that for. Calculator. Anyway, let me put back Roboto again. So Roboto is showing up 3 times. Where is it? Where is this showing up? So go in and search, and it might give you a... I mean, flipping out. Look how long this is. Yeah, there we go. Look. Dialogue, widget content, somewhere over here. And it's going to give you a bit of an idea for where you need to go and find it, okay? Unless you want to go through it piecemeal. But that's what I would do. Okay? So you can go in and start... Oh, I just realised this is a bit bent, isn't it? There you go. Yeah. Go and do that. Yeah. Chillista, I can't. You can't paste text in. You can't paste URLs into there. Yeah, I know what you mean, Jimmy. Do you know what? Yeah. There was a game that came out. I think it was on the PlayStation 3. I think it was called Sniper. It's the PlayStation 3, I think. Or the PlayStation 2. Was it the 2 or the 3? I think it was the 3. And it was set during World War II. And I was able to find a way to climb these massive towers, get hold of like these massive heavy-duty machine guns. I would just sit there for like 1 hour, destroying everything. Building houses, airplanes, the lot. I just kept doing that. If you're finding, though, Chillista, that you cannot see this problem, okay, and it's not visible, then my tip is purge the site, purge the server, regenerate your CSS, And you might need to do that multiple times. You might even need to run WP Optimize. You might need to run WP Sweep. You know, and that sounds to me like a ghost in the system somewhere, right? It's finding it, but it ain't there. Right, it might sound like a ghost. Okay, look, everyone, I've been live now for 1 hour, 4 minutes. I have got loads of stuff to do. My evening does not stop here. I've got loads of stuff I need to do, really do. I need to crack on. Yeah, do you know what I mean, Jimmy? You just go... Or in your case... Or whatever you got in there, whatever you're loading. Alright, look everyone, I'm going to shoot off now. Great to have you here. I'll be back tomorrow, normal time. I've got a bit of a busy morning. Also, we've got the Elemental Awards 2022. I hope to see you all there. If not, take care, but I'll catch up with you soon. Stay safe, all of you. Bye. Oh, sorry, hold on a second. Someone, Istvan has just posted a question. What is your pro tip for someone who is great designing and knows most of the builders? How to get high-paying clients? Your portfolio. You got to build websites, reputation, word of mouth, referrals. Until you start to build up your portfolio and your reputation, it ain't going to happen. Jerry, I'm shooting off now, but if you see me tomorrow or on Thursday, maybe we can have a look at it online, live. But I am shooting off now, Jerry. Really, really sorry, but go to our YouTube channel. You'll see our schedule for when we are next live, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The times are there. Catch us on there. Share your link then. Email me the link at the time we're live. Don't email it before because I don't... If it comes in before, I delete it. It's got to come to me during the time. I'll catch you then. But Istvan, portfolio, reputation, word of mouth, and all of that. Take care. I've got to go check on my son, and I've got to eat, and I've got stuff to do tonight. Thanks, by the way, Jeffrey, Emmanuel, Zanti, Michael, Tower Gangas, Raptor, everyone that keeps coming along. You keep me sane and you keep me going. Take care. Bye.